I know the world is crazy, the world is this, the world is that, right? But let me ask you this. What world are you talking about? Is it the same world that the billionaires are having fun? Is it the same world that Elon Musk is going to Mars whenever he feels like it? What world are we talking about? So today I want to talk about the two or three different worlds that I feel that we usually confuse and we misuse when we're talking about the world. There's the world and there's your world. If you're gonna think everything that's going on in the world is going on in your world as well, then you are fucked. I'm sorry to say it, but if that's how you think, you're gonna have a very hard time living. I'm gonna talk about it, and then I'm gonna explain to you how I feel, what my thoughts are about the two different worlds that we're talking about right now, and how that can help you if you change it in your mindset. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment, and share. Before I start, let me say this. What is the definition of a world? When you say world, what is that? When you go on Google, it'll tell you that the world is a group of society, is a group of culture, is a group of people, it's a group of varieties, it's a group of different features, it's all the countries in this world, all the planets, like you put it together, then it gives you the world, right? So you have to understand, based off that definition, that inside of the world, there's gonna be other world, because there's always gonna be group of people, there's always gonna be one country, there's always gonna be a group of culture that's gonna uh, um be amongst themselves, so to create their own world. So that's one thing that I want everybody to understand. And there is so many world out there. There's so many world out there. For me, I don't know if you feel the same, what I'm about to say right now, if you feel the same way or if you believe the same thing, let me know in the comment, please. But as for me, I believe there's so many world. There's the world of the dead. There's the spiritual world. There's heaven. There's well, when I say heaven, it's not the place you automatically go when you die. To me, heaven is literally the place where the gods and the angels and all the city of gods. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. So to me, that's a world by itself. There's the world of the living, which is us, because all of us are alive here. There's no zombies yet. I say yet because I'm sure you guys hear the news. There's your world and there's the world. There's so many worlds, man. But understand this, right? You have to make the difference between the world that we are creating and the world that we decide to live in. You know, if me, for example, I live in New York City, I live in the United States right now. So this is the world that I'm experiencing wherever I am right now. You know, the world that I'm experiencing in New York, it's not the same world somebody is experiencing in Cali or in Guatemala or in Haiti or in Dominican Republic. You get what I mean? It's a whole different experience. It's a whole different lifestyle. It's a whole different culture. It's a whole different thing. So if somebody's struggling with something in Dominican Republic, yes, that can affect me. Yes, I can feel sad. I can feel a way about it because we are emotional beings. We're going to react to it emotionally, but that's not a reason for me to include whatever that is in my world now and start to fear and start to feel a way about it where I'm at, while this probably don't even exist where I'm at. You get what I mean? So we have to make those difference between the world, because if I leave New York now and I go to a different country, then I'm going to experience the world of that country. You get what I mean? So this world, it can change wherever that location is. It can change wherever the circle of friends, the circle of surroundings, whatever that is. Whenever you change that, then that your world could possibly change as well. And now you have your world, right? I was talking about this world. This world, like this is it. Like it could be like this world or whatever. But now you have your world, right? Your world is what? Your world is what you create for yourself. It's your belief, it's what you like, it's what you don't like, it's your trauma, it's your experience. Every experience that you have in on earth, in this life, you, how can I say it, you kind of like create your own world with that. So if somebody's afraid of dog, no matter where they go, they always gonna be afraid of dog because there's dog everywhere in the world, right? So I mean, I'm assuming there's dog everywhere in the world. I don't know about that. But you create your world because now you have this fear of dog. Like that's just a silly example. Just to let you know that this world can change no matter what whichever location you go. This world change, but your world, which is the most important thing, it doesn't change. You have the power to change your world. Only you can change your world. If they remove you from this location and put you to another location, your world doesn't change. You know, the world, this world will change, your environment will change and everything, but the world that you have created for yourself, it doesn't change. So you have to be careful. You have to really be careful. And then now you have the world, right? The world is what? The world is the things that never gonna change. It doesn't matter if it was year one or year 20,000 or year 3,000, the world will still remain the same. There's still gonna be different people. There's still gonna be animals. There's still gonna be yards. There's still gonna be trees. There's still gonna be sickness. There's still gonna be fight. There's still gonna be killing. This world is never gonna change. It was designed to be like this. The world that we live in right now, it's never gonna change. It's the world that's designed for us to live in. You know, things may change. There may be new system, new stuff, new whatever. But when you really look at it, it's the same thing that's going over and over, just in a different format, just maybe in a more complicated and in a more in a different type of intelligence, I would say. But it's the same thing. So now you have to really be careful so you don't mix up these three worlds. You have this world, which is the location, your environment and stuff. You have your world that you're creating in your mind. And then you have the world that's never going to change. If you don't know how to make these differences, they can affect your decision making, your long time decision, your life. They can keep you in a prison, in a jail, in a box where you may never find yourself to get out of. Because if you mix these three worlds and thinking they all the same, then you're gonna have issue. For example, I remember when they had the police brutality protest for George Floyd and everything. The entire world woke up and started to protest and riots and all of this stuff. But the would we say, can we say the entire world was affected by it? Yes, I can say the entire world was affected by it, but at the same time, you cannot let that change your world. That you cannot let whatever is going on right now makes you in your world now go to the next police officer and then want to fight them and want to this, because this could be probably a very good police officer. I'm not defending police officers on this example and stuff, like, you know, I'm rest in peace to everybody who died based off police brutality, because it's still a horrible thing. But you cannot let what is going on in the world affect your world, because you are here to experience this alone, by yourself, with your own experience. You have to really be careful when it comes to these things, because what's going on in your world is not happening in the world. What's going on in the world should not be happening in your own world. Always try your best to fix and create your world with the best memories, with the best example, with joy, with things that are positive. Of course, there's going to be sadness. Of course, there's going to be horrible things. Of course, there's going to be challenges. But you cannot base what's going on around you and what's going on in the world to define your own world. Like I always say, we was born alone, we gonna die alone. So what world are you gonna choose to live in? Are you gonna choose to live in this world, the location where you at? If people in New York start to have two, three wives, starts to kill each other, starts to rob in places, am I gonna be like, oh, that's okay in New York, I'm just gonna do that? Or you gonna create your own world that's gonna be based on the things that you know that brings you joy, that things that you know that are good for you. And that's the difference you need to make when it comes to making decisions and stuff like that. DJ Magic Kenny, man. Peace out.